This is Paul. Yeah. hmm It is 3:55. Yeah. Mm. And I was looking at some bridges. Yeah. hmm You've heard that saying that quite often that I have a bridge for sale. Yeah. Brooklyn Bridge. Mm. And just looking at some of these famous bridges. Yes. hmm Most of them have a communication system. It's kind of one of those where there's a radio communication system on a bridge. Yeah. Now, we have the Golden Gate Bridge. hmm That's in San Francisco. Yeah. Could you call them for me? See, I have a bridge for sale. Yeah. hmm And you're going to buy it right now. Mm. Now, I haven't heard from my sons in, well, quite a long time. Yes. And when I have a bridge for sale, you're going to purchase it. Because somebody, yeah, thought that radio communications were for them, and they just sold them in. Yes. Now, the Tower of London Bridge, there in upper left, spans the Thomas River in London. Yeah. Could you just GPS the location of each known bridge in this nation? And see if there is any radio communication. Yeah, and that would be the Narrows Bridge in Tacoma. Yeah. Now, um, as we look at the actual toll, yeah, to be able to cross a bridge, it could be increasingly more expensive today for those that thought they had ownership of the bridge. Yeah. Now, for me, I kind of just was sitting to, well, waiting. Yes. To find out if someone was going to enforce the actual laws. Yes. And obviously, you decided that you're not going to. Ouch! And I decided that you're going to buy a bridge that I have for sale that you thought you had ownership of. Now, for each and every state of the United States that has any bridges in your individual states, yeah, could you get me the toll booth and the Department of Transportation communication system? Yes. Could you do that for me? See, I'm sitting here having documented crime. The police and sheriffs are sitting there saying, we don't have to enforce the laws. I informed you that I wasn't in swim. Yeah. You decided to prosecute me. Proof. I informed you that the victim, yeah, was in contempt of court. Pooch. You said, well, we don't have to care about that. Yes. That it's not relevant to the actual case of the accusation of me being in Sequim, Washington. Yes. On December 31st of 2015. I said that I was on the bus. Yes. That morning. Yeah. I was staying at the homeless shelter. Yes. You said you didn't have to care about that right now because you are never wrong. Now I'm going to start selling bridges. Ouch! Right now. Because it looks to me like, yes, somebody has decided that you could accuse any individual of a crime, yes, and then refuse to admit the evidence that they weren't there. Now, I wasn't there, yes, and you used a mental health evaluation to say that I was bipolar and schizophrenic, right? And you dismissed the case for incompetence. Ouch! And I'm like, well, you're going to have to remove your fraud of false arrest. Yes. The fraud, yes, of the false arrest. Yes. Now, here's another example of that. I wasn't in Jefferson County. Yeah. Cyber stalking is one of the restraint provisions of a no contact order. Oh. I'm here, yes, waiting for you right now to remove all your known felonies. Yeah. For some reason, you think that because you issue a protection order for 10 years, yes, that the individual that's named as Heidi Budnick is in contempt of court. Pooch! That my 5 sons were taken without any due process. Yeah. That there's a way that you're going to escape from going to prison for the rest of your lives. Now I have a bridge for sale today. Because if you believe that, you're going to be buying bridges from me. Now, of all the bridges in this great nation, Are there any radio communication systems that are attached to any? No!